What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. And yeah, so it's time for me to get into this install on the truck. I need to replace this bumper, so hopefully this doesn't give me too much of a problem, because I need to make some room, because it's taking up a lot of space here in the garage, and I'm tired of the back of the truck looking like it currently looks right now, which is like that. So with that big old dented area right there, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that part, but main thing I want to do is get this bumper on here and get this crooked, messed up and bent up thing up off of there. So hopefully I don't have to take out a whole bunch of stuff. I just unplug a few things and then get it up out of there. But we're gonna go ahead and get into that for this video, man. And also hang around to the end, because I got some news for y'all. I got some news I want to share with you guys at the end of this video, so hang in there for that. But right now, let's take a look and see what we got as far as for a bumper, and kind of show you a comparison between the two. All right, so the current bumper setup, the stock one, it's pretty much, it's just, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you what it looks like, what it's supposed to look like. This side is not bented up as bad. It's leaning into the truck, but it's not that bad. But this is rounded off, you know, the stock bumper pretty much. So over here, I opted out to get a bumper that has like a little step side to be able to step up into the truck, into the bed of the truck if I need to, and that's on both sides. Plus, you know, I get to replace my lights right here, because you know the ones on mine are damaged. So it should be pretty cut and dry on what we got to do to get this bumper on here, but we about to find out. So let me get everything set up over here, and let me figure out exactly what I need to take off underneath the truck to get this old bumper off. All right, looking under here, I'm gonna have to take this harness off right here, because this is the license plate lights, and I can unplug that right here. The actual bumper comes with a replacement harness with bulbs and everything, but let's take you guys right here. So if you see right up there, these bolts right here, I got to take these two bolts off right there. I also got to unplug this this hitch cable, to where if you got a trailer on there and I just broke something, I can connect it right there. But I'm gonna take all of that off. So let me get started. And I'm feeling like I'm probably gonna need to jack the back of the truck up a little bit, just so I can get up underneath there. All right, man. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm going to disconnect this connector for the license plate lights harness. There we go. Just a little help from the flathead, and harness is disconnected. All right, so now we just got to disconnect this harness right here. Huh, okay, it's right there. There we go. That's disconnected. And now let's work on getting those bolts off of there. All right, y'all, so here we go. We got 3 bolts you got to take off on both sides. There's one right up here. It's these 2 right here, and this one up here. And I think that should be it. I'm gonna find out whenever I loosen them up and try and take this thing off here. So let's see if I'm gonna have any luck trying to loosen these up a little bit. This is a 15 that I have here. All right, fam. So as you can see, I got the bumper off. It just plopped off on me. So let me tell you what I had to do. I didn't have to really do them bed bolts. I didn't have to do that. Basically, I loosened up this bracket right here. I loosened the bolts up on this, on both sides, and it allowed it the ability to freaking wiggle out. So that means I need to put all of these brackets onto the new bumper and put them on there loosely just to fit it all in there. But that's all we got to do. So now Let me go over here to this bracket right here. And let me see, that's there. So all I have to do, I just got to put this one in and have it like that. Like that right there. All right. So let me swap all that stuff over. I got everything swapped over that I can get swapped over. So I'm going to lift this thing up, try and each it in there, and then try and start a couple of bolts in there so I can kind of get this thing to stay in place for me. Let's see how we're going to get this thing in here. Get these started so I can hold it in place. Oh man, we might have a problem here. Let me look at this. All right, so I had to take it back off. So let me show you what the problem that I'm having here. Of course, with anything aftermarket, you're gonna run into some issues. It's pretty much guaranteed there, dog. All right, so here's our issue. This bolt, these two bolts that hold the bracket onto the frame, it doesn't fit inside of these holes. These holes that are here, they're not big enough. The bottom one is, but the top one is not. So I'm gonna have to drill this out to be a little bit wider. So let me do that and see if this will help my situation out any. Let me see if I can get this thing to get in here. Oh. Let's see if that helped. Well, it's going through now. Quite the violent little rip through, but hey, it worked. So let me do the other side, and then we're gonna attempt to try and put this thing in again. All right, that's better. All right, now let's see if this other bolt is gonna go in up here at the top. I actually got them started. All right, so I got that in. So now, all right, y'all. So I got the lights in for the harness, and all I got to do now is plug it in. That's plugged in, and I got to zip tie that up here somewhere. So I'll figure that out. But for right now, I need to tighten up these bolts. So I'm gonna tighten these bolts, tighten the bolts on the other side, and this thing should be in. Then I just got to figure out how I'm gonna get this this little rod cover for the letting down the spare. Oh man, I'm sorry, man, for this terrible camera work. It just sucks trying to maneuver a camera underneath a vehicle. Not the easiest thing in the world to do, and to get good angles. And the fact that I'm gonna need two hands, so that means I'm gonna really have a difficult time when it's time to get up underneath the car and do some work. But let me go ahead and tighten up those bolts, and we'll see where we at from there. So now those are on. So all we gotta do now is tighten up the bolts inside of here. All right, y'all. We got it in, so now all I gotta do, I zip tied everything up to where the cables aren't hanging down. I'm going to put my license plate back on here, and then this will be all the thing I got to do next is test out to see whether or not the lights work on this harness. Once I test that out, it is a wrap, son. We got a new bumper. We ain't got to look, even though the truck is still pretty much wrecked still, but it don't look terrible in the back no more. And I got rid of that freaking box. And there we go. License plate on. So now all we gotta do is turn on the inside of the truck. Oh, and that little piece, it just snapped right in there, y'all. Wasn't even a big deal. Snapped right on. Well, it's still kind of loose, but it's all good. Not a big deal to me. I got a fairly decent looking bumper on here until I can get something different going on. This'll do. All right, we back on. So let's turn on the lights here. And yep, we are working. They ain't that bright, but they working. I could probably give me some LED bulbs to put in there later on, but we are good to go. It's on there. So let me pull this truck down, and then we can just see what it looked like in the daylight, even though we still got to contend with that problem over there. All right, so there we go, man. That's what we looking like. Now we still got to do something about this issue right here where it's all bent up at. But over here on the side, that's fine. It does not look half bad. Don't look half bad at all. All right. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then you can, yeah, I'm happy with it, man. It looks good. Looks decent in the back. I like it. So now, let me play musical cars real quick. And we are shut to, matter of fact, we'll get to what I was telling you guys about before. A little small discussion I need to have with y'all real quick. So let me get all this stuff moved around, and we'll chop it up. All right, y'all. So that pretty much wraps up that install. So like I said, I had to get that thing out of the way. So now I got a little bit more space for activities and stuff. So wasn't that bad of a job to do. It would help out a lot if I had a second set of hands. I feel like I'm gonna be saying that quite a bit here soon, because the announcement, what I wanted to tell you guys what's going on is, as you guys are watching this video, I have already started on doing the transmission swap. So hopefully there's not going to be a lapse. I have another thing I need to do also, so I have another video that's come out the week after that while I'm recording, because that's going to be the difficult part about doing the swap, is trying to record it, getting camera angles, checking lighting, and it's gonna take quite a few days for me to do it, just to do it. I'm gonna do it in like in sections. That way then it's not one super long video that people have to try and work through. I'm gonna put it in a series and you can just pick which section of the video you wanna do. So it's kind of how I wanna line all that out. So it's gonna be a lot of footage that I'm gonna have to get through. So it's gonna take me some time to edit that and kind of section off what I need to section off, but I'm gonna try and keep everything in line. So that's kind of what I want to tell you guys, is that yes, as you're watching this video, I have started taking the car apart and everything and starting the process on doing the swap. Now, I still have not heard anything yet from iWire on their new setup. I'm pretty sure it's gonna probably take another month or so, but I feel like screw it. Let me go ahead and at least get everything done, and at least be driving on it a little bit until it's ready, because I should be able to drive on it without the DCCD controller. So I'm gonna do that, and that way I can tell the difference of, you know, using the controller and not having it. But that's what I want to tell you guys, is that yes, as you're watching this, I'm doing the swap as you're watching it. But appreciate y'all, man. If y'all made it this far in the video, man, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully this wasn't too out of control, but like I said, I had to get the bumper put on the truck so that I can get that big box out of here, so I can make a little bit more room, because this is about to be a mess in my garage. It's hot. I'm about to be in here sweating, so I can't be in here for super long periods of time trying to do the swap. So I'm gonna have to do it over some days, which is the reason why I'm taking days off to try and get this thing done. So hopefully I can get it all done by myself. I'm pretty sure I can. It's just gonna be difficult as I don't know what, but that's what we got. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. I'll link where I got that bumper at in the description. If anybody is out there, you have a 06 Silverado and you want to get a bumper for it, I'll leave the link in the description where you can get that. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, fam, peace.